Hey there, Wargamers. Justin the Arm Painter here from Death Row Designs. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in for my weekly vlog. We've been doing pretty good recently with getting some updates out there, even if I'm working on the same things over and over. Not going to say anything about Iron Warriors, but they're taking me a while. So, a quick update about the shop. It is super hot out here. Probably can't see a lot of sweat on me right now, but I rest assured it is hot. So I know by the time you guys are seeing this, it may have been a little bit, but recently I had someone ask me like, "You're already running the AC in your Jeep?" And I was like, yep, that's North Carolina weather for you. And you know, by the time you guys see this, it may have been a little bit of time. So it may actually be warm where you are now, but here it's pretty ridiculous. And out at the shop, we've got an AC unit that's trying to cool 2 rooms, and my room is the back closet, and it is very hot in here. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, which I'm supposed to be filming a battle report, I'm hoping that the temperature is reasonable, because right now it is probably going to be pretty unbearable for 2 people moving around with cameras and lights and stuff going. So we'll see what happens. In terms of other updates for me that don't include weather and heat and sweating like a sauna here, I've got some updates for my Iron Warriors that I'll show you. I've been working on some flesh, and I've got a couple minis to show you guys kind of where I'm at and let you know what's going on. And I've been filming some new tutorials for Death Row Designs. Now, some of them have been up so far, and if you haven't seen those, make sure you check them out in our YouTube library. Click somewhere around here. You can check those out. Definitely looking for some feedback and critique suggestions from you guys. What can I do to improve? What would you like to see me work on? Are they easy to follow? Can you learn from them? You know, things like that, so that I can continue to push the quality forward and learn, and also be able to show you guys exactly what I do and try and share techniques. So that would be cool. But let's go ahead and whip it around, and I'll show you the stuff that I've been working on tutorial-wise, and so you're gonna kind of get an idea of what's coming, and I'll show you some of what I've been working on with my Iron Warriors. All right, so first and foremost, we've got a whole bunch of stuff in front of me today, and some of it you will be familiar with, some of it you may not. So let's slide these apart here and show again what we have already got in the works that'll be coming out. So we got the Power Sword tutorial. If it's not up already, you will see it soon. We've got our pre-shading, laying down colors, decal, scratches, weathering tutorial. This one was the same thing, pre-shading, scratches, light weathering, and decals. Masking, laying down colors, weathering. So we got those. I believe this one is definitely already out. So we've got our hazard stripes, easy hazard stripes. We've got our how to paint gold, which is out. And I think by the time you guys are seeing this, the gem tutorial is probably dropped as well. And then we had a tutorial that shows how to do flesh. Now, this face was done using an airbrush, and I think it turned out reasonably well. But I just finished filming the painting portion of a tutorial on how to do a face without an airbrush. So I'll be able to show you guys that don't have an airbrush or want something that's a little bit higher in quality and detail, how to do that, whoops, without an airbrush. And I think this face turned out really, really well. It looks pretty cool, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Additionally, I'm going to have a tutorial coming out where I show you guys some techniques for airbrushing wings and washing them. I have recently filmed a tutorial on how to dry brush your weapons and get really quick effects so that you can get your models on the table quickly. We're going to have a future tutorial where I show you how to do the blue on lightning claws. This one hasn't been done yet, but I'm going to show you guys how to do some real quick like concrete work for the rocks and rubble that you get on a lot of your HQs and characters from GW. I just finished filming how to do parchment, so at least in this style, and this method would work fine on purity seals and so forth as well. I did a tutorial. This one was also part of the dry brushing weapons tutorial, and then I took it one step further in another segment and showed how to do the plasma glow effect. So we got that'll be coming. I have one that shows how to do force weapons. That's pretty simple. And then I have one that shows, this one was also part of the dry brushing weapons tutorial. And then I've also got a segment that shows how to do the binding on this, and then one that shows how to do the power weapon effects without an airbrush. We get that question a lot as well. So there's a lot of goodies that will be coming, and hopefully you guys will get to see those. And for you savvy, clever people who watch these videos, you probably saw me move a tank off of the screen before I started rambling here. And that is because this is actually going to be one of our tutorial pieces as well. Now, this is just a kind of a scrap model or conversion that Austin had ended up with. I don't believe he actually did this one, but we ended up with some guard pieces laying around, and I'm going to use this to show you guys how to do some camo effects really easily with an airbrush as well. So this one's a little bit bigger, but the effects can be scaled up or down, and I will show you guys how to do that when I get to filming that segment. And now, last but not least, I told you guys I would give you some updates on Iron Warriors. Now, here's one of my Greater Possessed, I think. And we've got the initial layer of flesh down on him, and he is ready to start getting into the other applications and the washes and highlights and so forth. And you can see he is in a definitely not completed state. Now, the rest of my Iron Warriors are in various states of completion as well. Most of them already have the metallic borders already painted. This guy just hasn't gotten done yet. And I've got the flesh bits done on my Hellbrute, on my Mauler Fiend and Forge Fiend, as well as my Venom Crawler. And this guy and my other Greater Demon are the next two up to get completed. So this is where he is, but the other one is in a much closer state to being done. And here he is. And I thought his flesh turned out pretty cool. Spent a good amount of time blending all this in and trying to push things, and obviously I still got to get in here and do the eyeballs on his little claw here and all the little teethy bits and claws and stuff, but the flesh portion is essentially done. I just got to come in and highlight his tentacles and do the eyeballs and the teeth and all the little tiny details, but that is where we're going, and I'm hoping to have a similar effect to his claw on this guy's stabby arm thing, whatever that is. And there'll be a little bit of variation in the flesh, but I think it's going to look pretty cool. So this is going to be even more striking because the basing I'm going to do is going to be some kind of rusty Martian soil type thing with some dead grass and stuff, and I'm going to try and kick up some of that dust on their legs. And I think that bright red with the dark silvers and the bright pale flesh is just going to be a nice contrast. I hope. It could turn out to be a dumpster fire, but it is chaos, so if it's a dumpster fire, it's a chaotic dumpster fire, and hopefully they will still bring death to the citizens of the Imperium. Or just have fun in battle reports. So, I was talking with Wheels, who is my in line to get a commission done, and I've been stressing over getting these done in time for Nova, because I had plans. I wanted to do these for Nova. I wanted to have Perturabo done for Nova, and I wanted to have that Creature Caster Dragon done for Nova, and I'm just not sure I'm going to have the time to get all of that done. I paint slow, and with me being pulled off of the laser machines at DRD and aimed more towards focusing on filmed content, I don't have as much time to sit around and paint minis because I'm actually working on videos versus maintaining machines. You know, so basically when the machines are running, I was able to paint during the downtime. So like, you know, if a machine's got an hour and a half cut for a product, I could work on these for an hour and a half, then go spend 5 minutes changing machines, come back another hour and a half. Now my 30 to 40 hour work week is nearly consistent work, so it's not like I can work on these while I'm doing another job. So my time to work on them has severely dropped, and I wanted to get these done first, then do Perturabo, then do the Dragon, then I wanted to start working on Wheels' commission, and I wanted to do all that before the beginning of August, and I don't think that's going to happen. So right now my goal is maybe to try and get the Iron Warriors done so that in August when Wheels comes down with Javasuko and Clanwolf from Twitchland, we can film some battle reports and have something fun. And if I don't get my competition pieces done for Nova, then I don't get them done. It is what it is. And also because hours have been fluctuating up and down, sidelining the competition pieces to do Wheels' commission is going to make a lot more sense because I can offset some costs. And then if you guys are following me on the Instagram, you know that I recently had some car trouble where my radiator cracked on me and I had to get that fixed. So that was another unexpected expense, and it's kind of one thing after another. So I'm trying to keep my stress levels down and try and stay positive. And trying to stay positive is a little bit harder than or a little bit more easier said than done, I suppose, and it seems like sometimes it's always something, you know, it's always something. And I wanted to invest more of my funds in some hobby things, picking up some paints, picking up some airbrushes and stuff, but and I want to get some more Battletech. I'm not sure how many of you guys that follow me are interested in Battletech, but I had planned to pick up some mechs. I was going to get a big, when you get the new starter box, the Game of Armor Combat starter box, you get some coupons in there that discount some mech packs, and I was going to get the clan one, but those funds got shifted to vehicle, so that's been particularly rough. And I guess by the time you guys are seeing this, it'll be sometime in May, January, February, March, April. April on Twitch was a little bit tough, and I mean, I'm sharing with you guys because this is what's going on in my life, and sometimes it's stressful. And during March on Twitch, things were like super good. I really didn't do anything different. I don't know what's going on. And then we went into April, and it was like, I missed a stream or two. Car happened and yada yada, but it was particularly rough. So I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do for May, which by the time you guys are watching this, I will have already had to have figured it out because it is May already. So we'll figure out what our new donation goals are going to be and kind of where I want to go with the stream and what's going on. I'm really hoping we can get these Iron Warriors done so you guys can see me paint something different, but we will see. As always, if you guys have any suggestions on what I could do on Twitch or things you'd like to see me paint, sound off in the comments below. Let me know. I don't want to be super Debbie Downer all the time though, so learn from my stressful situation, what's going on with me, and take those types of emotions and feelings that you have and turn those into something positive. Try and be like, okay, I'm having a stressful day. I don't know what's going on. What I do know is I can paint some minis if I've got the time, and minis make me happy, and I can lose myself in that miniatures world. Do that. Focus on those things when you're stressed out and life's got you down, because your little toy soldiers will always be there for you. You know, that universe, that alternate world that you interact with, paint with, and forge that story, forge that narrative, forge those characters, those guys are always there for you. They're waiting. When you stop painting, that world's on pause. When you come back, that world is ready for you. It's like Chronicles of Narnia or something. You know, instead of going through a wardrobe, you're going to sit down on the couch or sit down at the computer desk, turn on Netflix or some Twitch or some movies. I like to binge watch like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and big movies like that when I'm having a long paint day and lose myself in what I'm doing. So learn from me. Learn a way to channel your stress and try and turn that into a positive, motivating thing. Like, I'm stressed out. What can I do? I'm going to paint some minis. I'm going to hang out with my little toy soldiers today and put some paint on them because I want them to look good. And good painted models, dice favor them. Sort of. So on that note, folks, I'm going to stop rambling today. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with me and listening to this video vlog thing. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ding the little bell so you get alerts when we put up new content. If you're not following me over on Twitch, make sure you check me out over there, twitch.tv/AntServices. And I'd love to see you, love to hear from you, hear what you're working on, see your miniatures. And on that note, if you haven't already joined our Facebook group, the Tap Garrison, check that out as well. If you don't want to interact so much on YouTube or Twitch, maybe you'd like to interact with a smaller group, which is our YouTube group, the Garrison, and you can share your miniatures, see what we're working on, ask for critiques, suggestions, help, or just talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. We would love to encourage you to come in there and hang out. Or if you want to share your thoughts on content or things you'd like to see us do there, you can interact with me, you can interact with Austin or any of the guys from Death Ray Designs as well. So if you'd like to support the content that I'm doing, make sure you check out deathraydesigns.com. Anything you do over there helps keep the lights on, helps keep me employed so I can continue producing videos for you guys, which, as stressful as it might be, I do enjoy doing this because, I mean, let's face it, I get to paint minis and hang out and do hobby stuff for all of you. So, but on that note, folks, I say on that note a lot. Whatever, it is what it is for this video. So on that note, thank you guys again for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you guys are getting some awesome hobby stuff done this week. And as always, happy wargaming.